So I wanted to jump on here and give a word of encouragement to women, because I was on Reddit and I was commenting on this woman's post talking about how, she was really angry with men, and kind of talking about her ordeals that she's dealt with. And she kind of felt like the world was unfair to women and things weren't happening for women, and, the pretty common things that women are complaining about these days. And in the comment section, it blew my mind, because there were women who were just in there and they were so discouraging, right? And they were just like, we won't see in our lifetime great things happening, but there will be at some point in the future, the next generations to come will see the amazing things that are happening for women. And it blew my mind, because I was like, actually, there's a lot of great things happening for women right now. And I think the problem is we're missing out on what women are doing because we lack education, we lack knowledge, and we lack the resources to be able to see it, right? Because again, media doesn't exactly give you all the women's stories, right? You kind of got to go hunting for it yourself. But one of the things that I've had to learn is whatever circles you're in, whatever environment you're in, that's the limiting bubble you're going to have. And if you're around a bunch of women who aren't successful, a bunch of women who are angry, a bunch of women who are frustrated, a bunch of women who are accomplishing things, you may actually think that that's the whole world. But when you get around women who are doing things, when you get around women who are accomplishing things, when you start watching content and resources that are actually beneficial to you, you'll start to see the perspective shift that, oh wow, there's a lot of great things happening for women all over the world. But the problem is we're so blinded because we're caught up in our traumas and our angers and our frustrations that we're not looking deeper and past, our pains. Because the truth is, most of us, if we look past our pains, we have to accept the reality that maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to do something to be better. And so I say all this not to bring people down, but to encourage women. There's a lot of amazing things happening. I mean, just look at the women's sports, right? Women's sports has been having a hard time. At one point, there's only 4% of media covering women's sports. And we're talking about ESPN being one of the biggest sports broadcasting networks, and they weren't even talking about women's sports. But all of a sudden, Caitlin Clark comes along, LSU comes along with Angel Reese and Flau'jae, South Carolina comes along, and they're having an undefeated season. And we're seeing what women's sports is becoming, right? And last year, they broke a record and had 9 million views. This year, they broke the record and doubled it and got 18 million views. Now, yes, ESPN is benefiting off of that. But at the end of the day, this is what women's sports is doing. It's evolving. It's growing, right? That's just one sector of the world, right? When we're talking about femtech, right? Femtech needs a lot more women and a lot more resources, a lot of more stuff coming into it. But there's so much more women now who are creating technology and doing things to help women. Then you have just in business, right? You have all these women who are leaders and CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, and they're vice presidents, and they're handling business moves and making business moves. Forbes put out the billionaire list, and there are so many women on that list, right? And again, regardless of whatever your politics is, there's a woman vice president. That door was never open, and now that door is open for some other woman who can come in and make a change and make an impact, right? And so when you talk about what's going on in the women's world, yes, we still have a lot of growing pains. We still have a lot of things that need to be changed, a lot of things that need to be shifted for women to be able to get education all over the world, for women to be able to do more things and grow. But let's not mince what's happening right now in our time. And, one of the things I told this young lady, I was like, look, if we don't focus on the good stuff, if we don't get encouraged and see the good things that are happening, we're going to be discouraged. And if we're discouraged, guess what? There's no way we're going to make impact. If you're a discouraged person, do you think you're going to be motivated to create solutions to problems that you see in the world? There's so many problems that women can fix, right? There's so many problems women have already done. When you talk about the GPS and technologies and stuff that we use today, right? Women are also a part of that. And so to me, I think it's more important that we focus on solutions instead of focusing on problems, right? Because focusing on problems doesn't get anything done. But when you focus on solutions to these problems, now that gets things done. It's like the equivalent of if you have a house and there's a hole in your wall. Imagine every single day, all you do is walk up to that hole and you're just screaming at that hole. Oh my gosh, why aren't you fixed? Oh my gosh, why are you stuck? Oh my gosh, da 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 da. It's not gonna fix the hole. But when you actually either you fix it or you pay for someone to fix it, you get the proper resources and knowledge you need to get it fixed. Guess what? You no longer have that hole. Now you can move on to the next thing and create more change, and create more impact, to fix more things, right? And so it's the same thing in real life. We have to start realizing, when we focus on the negative, when we focus on all the problems, the enemy wins, right? Because that's what he wants. He wants you to focus on all that stuff, because guess what? You're not creating solutions. But when you see the problems and you go, you know what? These problems don't have to stay these problems. These problems don't have to exist. Let me go get the knowledge. Let me go get the education. Let me go get the resources to fix them. You can. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't have access to this. If you have access to this phone and you're watching this video, you have all the access you need. YouTube, I call it YouTube University. There is so many things you can learn on YouTube for free. There's libraries. You can go get books. Yes, I know the library is taboo, but guess what? The library still exists, and it has a plethora of knowledge that you can go get books that you can literally read to get knowledge that you need. There are courses online that are free. You don't have to pay for it, that you can get. There's access. And then there's events. There's people. There's so many things. Like, if you really want to fix the problems that society has and not just be someone who complains, you have the opportunity and the access to do it. Yes, you can do it. You don't need somebody who's, because she's more well-spoken than me, or she has more money than me, or she has more power. Let me tell you something. Before she was ever well-spoken, before she had power, before she had money, she was just like you, trying to figure it out. And she decided she wanted to be a problem solver, and she went and figured it out. Because at the end of the day, anybody who desires and has the heart can accomplish things. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to be hard. And you're going to have thick skin, because you're going to go through ups and downs. And you have to understand, part of success, part of growing, part of making impact is suffering, is going through pain and suffering, like, is having to sacrifice. But I promise you, in the end, when you realize what you're doing is going to change lives, what you're doing is going to make impact, then yes, it's going to be great. And the beautiful thing is, you'll be able to see your impact in your lifetime in some ways, maybe not in the fullness, right? Because I'm sure, James Naismith didn't know that he was creating a sport that one day would get people paid almost $500 million. But the future will be able to see it, and that longevity and that career and that legacy will be so much greater than if you just sit at home every single day for the next 30 years complaining on your Instagram, complaining on your social media, complaining to your friends and family about problems that maybe you have the solutions to. So I would say this to encourage women and to continue to encourage women, because that's what I do. That's what my whole brand and business is about. It's just about motivating and inspiring women to pursue their goals, pursue their passion, doing it with the godly principles and teachings that God has given us in this world that will benefit us, and to encourage women to not just see the bad things, but look at the good. Inspire yourself. And if you don't know it, please go research it. You can literally Google, and you will find so many amazing stories of amazing women who are doing amazing things. And maybe even you can partner with some of them, because at the end of the day, we women are not here just to be here. God created us for a purpose, for a reason. I mean, it was through women, Mary, that Jesus came, right? The very thing that impacts this world and changes us came through a woman. So again, I don't think that we are here just to be here to be cute. We're here for a purpose. And I believe God has intentions for each and every woman. And I think that if we follow his path and we believe, we can achieve amazing things. And I want to see women achieve amazing things. So that's my goal, is to inspire women. Like, go out there, pursue your goals, pursue your dreams, but understand, like, yes, it's going to be hard work, but there is a way, and now is the time. Don't wait for the future. Don't wait for some future woman version to come and decide to fix the problems that you yourself could be fixing right now. You got this. Go get it. Don't give up. Don't quit. Stay encouraged. Be encouraged. And I will be posting more women content, things that women are doing, amazing things, so that hopefully will keep you encouraged. So follow, subscribe, and all this different stuff. But that's not what this is about. This is really just, I want you to be encouraged, to remember that at the end of the day, God got a plan for you, and you, yes, you can solve some of these problems. Have a good day. Be blessed. Peace. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more women content, more stories, more explorations, discoveries, and truths. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, my name is Whitney, and I'm out.